Greetings, my lords and my ladies. Jim Nixon is back with another video. This time we will cover the basics of the King of the Hill event, and we'll top it up with some tips that might help you to reach high ranks in the upcoming battles. King of the Hill, or Koth, is a monthly event that lasts for 6 days and is divided into 5 stages. Day 1 revolves around troop training. Day 2 will take you on a gnome rampage hunt, or as I call it, gnomicide. Day 3 will let you recover your strength and chill while gathering resources. Day 4 will be marked as Nohem Builders Day, when we will invest all our hard-earned resources into construction efforts. And last 2 days will be dedicated to a server-wide Judgment Day, when everyone will go on a PvP hunt. Let's discuss each stage in details. Day 1 or Troop Training Day. This one is pretty straightforward. You want to train as many troops as possible. You'll get points based on the amount of troops trained as well as their tier level. My advice here will be, firstly, train your troops prior to the server reset and collect them right after, as it will give you a minor edge. Secondly, stock up on resources and troops that you don't normally use in your main march prior to the event launch. Most of the time that would be spamming. They will serve as our resource bank. Finally, go ham on troop recruitment. Don't spare your speed-ups and stock those troops up. Focus mainly on archers and try to keep ratio at 2-1-1 if you are using 3 troops types, or 2-2 if you are using only 2 types. You'll be using those troops next day on a gnomicide, and day 1 is when you can get an easy advantage over your more scrooge opponents. If you are reaching your training grounds cap limit, disband the troop types that you don't use. That will give you more training ground capacity and refund 80% of the invested resources. On day 1 I would aim for around 50 to 100 million score points, depending on your troops tier level. Day 2 or Gnomicide Day. Now is the time to put all those train charts to use. Try to save up as much AP as possible prior to reset. You might also want to start stocking up on AP potions a week or 2 before Koth starts. Your aim here should be to kill as many gnomes as possible of the highest level, while minimizing your losses. Each type of gnomes have different elements at different levels, and depending on your march composition, some gnomes might be easier for you to farm than others. Test it before Koth starts and find that sweet spot where your losses do not outweigh your gains. And an extra tip here, you can reborn one of your back row immortals if they have reached maximum level, as you will be killing a horde of gnomes and will be able to level them back up very quick. You can use those experience scrolls that you gain from rebirth to level up your secondary marches immortals. Support immortals are best candidates for reborn option. Day 3 or Resource Gathering Day. First of all, you need to send out all your troops on gathering missions the day before and try to time it in a way that they return right after reset. Secondly, you want to keep your territory production buildings stocked up at maximum prior to reset. So don't be greedy and don't collect resources in your territory on day 2 to be on the safe side. Collect them right after reset for a huge influx of points. That strategy will only work if your resource production buildings are upgraded up to a decent level, depending on your season. Finally, if you attack other players gathering troops and steal their collected resources, they will count towards your Koth score. However, attacking other players' gathering tiles is a big no-no on a majority of servers, and I do not personally approve that either. Yet again, there is a solution. You can either cooperate with your alliance members who are willing to help you get the high score, or make use of alternative accounts. Bring them closer to your territory and start gathering around your castle. When they're about to finish gathering, around 15 to 20 minutes, you can start attacking them. This strategy can give you a huge advantage in the Quoth total score. However, some people might consider it a dirty trick. Day 4 or Construction Day. On this day you can get points for constructing buildings, researching technologies, and upgrading your dragons. You can use same trick as day 1. Start long-term constructions and research projects, as well as dragon training several days before the day 4 of Quoth. You can also save up your buildings, research and dragon speed-ups till this day, and use as many of them as your resource storage allows. Other than that, there is not much you can do here. Day 5 and 6 can be either the most fun or boring events based on your server activity and population. If you are a hunter, my advice would be to locate your potential targets 5-6 hours prior to reset and bookmark them. You can also try to find a partner or several partners that will support your hunting efforts and will be able to cover you if things will go south during your hunt. If you are not a hunting type, then you can try asking for a trade honor in the world chart. Just make sure that your honor trade partner has same troops tier level as you. Finally, you can make use of your alts again, if you have any. Stock them up with AP prior to the final 2 days of Quoth, ideally up to a maximum, and start sending their weak troops against your garrison territory. That might give you an overwhelming amount of Quoth ranking points based on your alts troops tier level and your honor ranking standings. Yet again, some people might consider such methods as dirty tricks. Before you decide to go after the top ranks in King of the Hill event, you need to understand whether the cost is worth the gains or not. Do not invest too much into one stage if you know that you won't be able or willing to do the same during other stages of the event. If you go for a win from day 1, keep fighting till the end, or don't bother at all with ranking and just get the minimal rewards for completing stage checkpoints and save your resources for future King of the Hill events. I hope this guide and tips were useful to you, and if you have any questions you can leave them in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. See you in the Infinity Kingdom. Bye bye!